Hey y'all, it's Fantasia. Welcome to my channel, Sewing with Tay. Welcome to part 3 of Simplicity 3010. This cute knit 3-piece set. We're going to be making version A today, which is the cardigan. I'm still thinking through some pieces of it. Like, it has buttonholes. Do I need buttonholes? But yeah, stay tuned. We're going to jump right into it, and we're going to wrap up this 3-part series. So this is for our sweater. We have pattern piece number 1. We're going to cut 2 of these. We have the back, pattern piece number 2. We're going to cut 1 on the fold. We have pattern piece number 3. This is the front band. We're going to cut 2 of these. We have pattern piece number 4, which is the back band. We're going to cut 1 on the fold here. We have pattern piece number 5. We're going to cut 2. This is our sleeve. This is pattern piece number 6. We're going to cut 2. This is the sleeve band. This is pattern piece number 7. It's the front and back band. We're going to cut 2 pieces. It's a pretty long piece. And this one also has the markings for our buttonholes, which we want to make sure we capture. And then we have our last pattern piece, which is number 8, which is the band interfacing. We're going to cut 2 of these out of interfacing. Alright, for our sweater, first thing we're going to start with is pattern piece number 1. And pattern piece number 2. We're going to start by taking all of our pins out. And we're going to sew the shoulders together. And I'm going to be using my serger. There's a notch here, there's 2 notches here, a notch there, and 2 notches here in the front, and 1 at the hem, so, and 1 here at the side. So make sure you clip all of your notches. Alright, here is our back. We want to make sure we put them right sides together. So this is the side. This goes on that side. And we're going to pin our shoulders together. And I'm going to be using the serger for this guy, as well as I've done on the other 2 pieces. This floor is so creaky, y'all. I'm sorry. This is why a lot of the times I do voiceovers, so I can avoid the creaky floor. But voiceovers require me to do a lot of editing. I'm a sewist. I'm not an editor. So I try to record my commentary live as much as possible. So there, we're going to go to the serger and we're going to sew both the shoulders. Alright, we're at the serger. I switched to my other serger because I was being lazy before, but I don't feel like fighting with the other one anymore. So we're going to use this guy. And we're just going to do the same thing to the other side. Now we're going to move on to the sleeves. Alright, here is the sleeve. This is the front body. This is the back. This is our shoulder here. We're going to make sure we're putting right sides together. So there's 2 notches on this side. That's the back of the sleeve. Pin. So we're going to pin the top edge of the sleeve to the body along the edge. I enjoy sewing sleeves this way because sometimes the other way of like fitting it into an arm's eye can be so time consuming. I think this is a much easier way to attach sleeves whenever possible. So we're going to pin the sleeves to the body, and then we're going to take it to the serger, and we are going to sew along the edge on both sides. Alright, so we're going to start attaching the sleeve to the body. Make sure to remove your pins. Now our sleeve is attached to our body. Alright, so the next step after we have our sleeve attached here, we're going to sew our side seams together. You're going to put your hem together, your armhole sleeve seam together, and you're going to sew all the way down to your sleeve opening, and you're going to do that on both sides. Then we're going to sew up to the armpit and then down the side to the hem. Get my life together here because I did not put pins in this. Now you're going to do the same thing to the other side. The next step is taking 3 and 4, which is our bottom band. This one has a fold. The front does not. So we are going to take our 2 sides and we're going to sew them together and then prep them to get ready to attach it to the bottom of our sweater. Alright, here is the side seams of our bottom band. I'm just going to throw a quick stitch in the side of these. There we go. And now, alright, here's our sweater, and I just did the exposure because I felt like it was really bright. Here's our sweater. This is our bottom band. I've already folded it in half. Now we are just going to attach it to the right sides of the sweater at the hem all the way around, and then we are just going to take it back to the serger once again and sew all 3 pieces together. There is a side seam on the hem band, so it's just easy to line those up. And then pin in the middle. Same thing here. Line up those. in the other, oops, knock the camera a bit. And then the side front, the other side front, and then pin in the middle. Like that. The next thing that we have is number 7. It's called the front and back band, but this is really the like front band that goes along the front edge of your cardi and along the back neck. You see you have 3 buttonholes down here. There is an interfacing section that goes here for your buttons. So I'm gonna go ahead and interface this. And then we have to sew a center back seam. So I'm going to go ahead and just sew straight down the center back. And then I'm going to apply my interfacing. And then we're going to put them all together. So here is the neckband. This is the center back seam that I've already sewn. I popped on some interfacing on the bottom for the buttonholes. The instructions tell you to sew it this way, like right sides together, and then fold it over. I don't want to do that. I'm not doing that because it's just a sweater and it's just for me. So I am going to fold wrong sides together like so, and then I am going to sew them on like this. But I need to finish this bottom edge, so I'm going to fold right sides together, sew a 1/2 inch, flip it inside out, and then I'm going to attach it all the way around. So here is where I sewed it together, right sides together. I'm going to clip this, if these scissors will work. Then I'm going to flip it inside out. Same thing here. Poke out that corner. Lost my pins. So I am going to start pinning all 3 layers like so. This is going to be really thick here, but it should be okay. Here's our sleeve cuff. We're just going to right sides together, fold it in half, and I'm just gonna pop a 1/2 inch stitch here. And we're going to make sure the sleeves are open. I mean, the seam is open like this. You see that? Sleeve is open. Seam is open. And then we're going to fold her in half with the seams together. Put a pin in her. And this is our cuff. I kind of think I want this cuff to be smaller on my arm. So I think I'm actually going to take this down a little bit. So here's the cuff. We're going to fit the cuff into the sleeve opening, right sides together. Pin in there. And I'm going to try to stretch this. It's not going to stretch as much because I made this cuff smaller. We're just going to gather it in though. Yes. So here's our cuff. We're going to sew a circle all the way around. Let's see if we can serge this. Might be a little difficult, but we'll try. So there you have it. Looks like we have a cuff. Here's my sweater. Thanks so much for watching my tutorial. Hopefully you loved it. Hopefully it was clear. If it was not, please leave me a question in the comments. And thank you for watching my 3-part series of Simplicity 3010. If this is your cup of tea, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you know when I'm making new videos. And yeah, until next time, bye.